Okay, so simplification and symbols is our project two. So what are symbols? This symbol representing a person is universal. It is understood by people of all shapes and colors and attire, not because it looks like them, but because it clearly represents the human form. So we have like the universal symbol for man and the universal symbol for woman, regardless if women wear pants and men wear skirts, it doesn't matter. It's still man has the two legs, women has the skirt. I actually just recently saw something that said this is actually not a skirt, it's a cape. So how are they designed? We think about symbols, the lack of detail. In comparison with a photograph, a drawing, even a silhouette, is what allows the symbol to become a generic representation of something. So, obviously here you have the photograph in black and white, then you have the drawing of the man, the silhouette, and then back to the symbol. What about abstract symbols? This is generic representation is not always of a concrete thing. This biohazard symbol was designed to be learned to represent what it stands for, rather than depict anything specific. We wanted something that was memorable but meaningless so we could educate people as to what it means. Charles Baldwin, the engineer and co-creator of the biohazard symbol, wrote in 1966. Think about Pictionary. How many of us have played Pictionary? By attempting to communicate a word non-verbally using only drawings, we are already undergoing a process of simplification. That's what we did in our project, our little warm-up this morning, right? Or this afternoon, was we were simplifying communicating of animals, right? Through trial and error, we learned that the details can be distracting. It really is necessary to draw curly hair to show someone has a headache? Probably not. We probably don't need hair at all, right? Or pox on a face when communicating sick? Probably not. So thinking about like how do we communicate things as simple as possible? So before we can get into designing symbols, we have to understand how to simplify. So successful symbols are a simplification of a complex form. This is because they need to be immediately recognizable, legible, even in small sizes, and must not depend on color for clarity. So here's some examples. Wool, a ball of wool, becomes the symbol for wool. A bat becomes the symbol for the fictional character Batman. An actual seashell becomes the symbol for shell oil. And a panda, a real panda bear, becomes the symbol for the World Wildlife Foundation. So, what we're going to do before we can, I feel like before we can run, which is kind of learning how to draw symbols, we have to walk. And in order to walk, we need to understand just basic simplification of illustrations, of images. So I'm going to show you some examples of what students have done in this with this project, which is about simplification. We're going to start with photos, choosing photos, and we're going to sketch those photos, and then we're going to keep simplifying until we get them down to the final project. So here's an example of flowers. These were the photo reference. These were some of the photo sketches, the sketches of the photos. And then this was more of the final rough drawing. And then here's the final vectorized simplified flower. So going from this picture down to this. Here it is for mushrooms. This was the images of mushrooms. These were the sketches. These were the simplified line drawings, then the shadow and line into these final drawings. Let's go into animals. Here's examples of polar bears. The starting sketches, more detailed sketches, and then kind of like referring to like a sketch and then saying what were parts that really had to be identified on the animal to really identify it as a specific type of bear. And so then these were the two final bears at the end. Here is the two animals were a deer and a dog. And you can kind of see the images here. The top two left images were the two they went with. And this designer went with reverse, kind of looking at excuse me, excuse me, looking at the animal using a reverse background. Here is the moths. And so the photo reference of moths, then the various sketches, which became very detailed, and then how did they work on simplifying their animals. Notice that we are working in just black and white. There is no shades of gray. Here's cats and the pictures of the cats. And there's the other one down here, and then the sketches of the cats. And then how to bring in the weight of the cat through that shadow and highlight. So the idea for us is to really look at simplifying by choosing a folder. I'm sorry, choosing an item that we're going to look at research of photos. And I'm going to pull up the actual assignment sheet so I can have that in front of me. We're going to look at that together too. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen again. Okay. So our objective here is to learn to simplify photographic reference material into solid areas of black and white, to select and utilize photographic reference suitable for the simplification process, to convey the subject matter in its most minimal terms through simplification, retaining only essential characteristics that make it recognizable. As a group, our class is going to develop a list together of subjects that we're going to vote on. And so we're going to agree upon what we're going to design, what we're going to use as our theme. And our first step that we'll work on today in class together is research, finding images to use as reference. We're going to want to use 2 images to create a set. So as you notice in each one of these examples, there's 2. So we're ultimately doing 2. So here are 2. Here's the cats I just shared with you, and here's the moths. So there'll be 2 different poses, usually the same animal. I did show you an example where a student wanted to do 2 different animals. But ideally, you want to do the same animal, just 2 different variations of it, or 2 different poses of the same animal. We're going to use our tracing paper, marker paper, and pencil to simplify the chosen image as demonstrated in class. Here's the materials list we talked about last week. Wanting marker paper or parchment or tracing paper, your mechanical pencil, white eraser, fine point Sharpie, black marker, which is a twin tip or a thicker tip, because you can see we're going to sketch with pencil, but then ultimately we're going to fill in marker. And so you want to have a thin and a thick tip marker to do that. So we're going to be drawing initially. Everything's going to be pencil on paper, drawing. And we're going to want to print out our our reference, and so that we can draw right over that reference material. And I'm going to show you a little video. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, I have it right here. Which is going to walk us through the process of simplifying. So here, hold on, I don't know if you can see this. Or hold on, I don't know if my volume is on here. I'm actually going to not play the volume right now because you can listen to the volume later. I'm just going to play it and talk through it. So you can see that there was a picture of a dog, and I'm going to back it up a little bit. So first thing is to find your image, and then you're going to take your tracing paper and go right over your image and sketch on top of it. And I took this from a video to share with you the idea. You're looking at shapes within the illustration. So here you can even use things like a compass to create half circles and curves to really kind of give it a more design elements. You want to look for where are the circles, where are the rectangles, where are the squares? How can you find kind of the overall weight of the body, especially when we're looking at animals, right? And take your time and kind of find those shapes that are hidden inside the image that you're trying to trace through. So notice how he is not following the outline of the dog exactly. He is creating circles, creating connections. And each time he redraws this dog, it's the exact same picture of the dog. So once we determine what are the two pictures we're going to work from, we're going to explore sketching that dog, in this case as a dog, as many different times as possible to really show the difference of the ways we can draw this dog using our shapes and using our design choices that we're making. What if the legs are shorter? What if the legs are longer? What if the animal is standing a different way than it actually is standing in the picture, like you can see him doing right here? And then start to draw in the weight and the shadow. So this is when we're starting to kind of think about where would the shadow be and how do we draw those lines heavier and thicker and kind of create more dimension to this sketch to create that light and dark element. So it's going to be important once we find our images that we like, that we print them out and have them printed out. If you do not have a printer at home, that's okay. You can either print them at COD. If you have other classes and you go into COD, you can print them at the library. They don't have to be color. They can just be black and white. You can print them at the library. Or if you do not live near COD or you don't go into COD, you can print it anywhere at the library closest to your house. You can go to a FedEx store. You can go to anywhere where you can get copies made. Any of the office stores like Staples or Office Max or any of those all have copy services as well. So really anywhere where you can get copies made, you can take your designs. You can just put them on a thumb drive and take them with you to wherever to have them printed out if you do not have printing services. So after we get a refined sketch of what we want to do, we are going to bring it into Illustrator. And just like you're seeing here, we're going to be creating a vector path around our entire shape. And then we'll start doing that throughout the whole piece, kind of creating the overall design. This is example using the pen tool. We'll do different things. We'll use the pen tool. We can use the shape tool. We can use the pencil tool. There's lots of different tools we'll use, and we'll kind of go through some of those. I know using the software is very new for a lot of us. So once we have our sketches done, we'll then move into this phase of creating it in Illustrator and creating the vector element so that you then have a piece where you can then start manipulating once we have it here in Illustrator. Okay, so that's the end of the video. And that video is can be found here. Sketching for Simplification video is right here in the Project 2 folder. So you'll see that video there. Here is our drawing vector graphics assignment. Here's the assignment sheet right here. And when we go to hand in our assignments, you'll see the schedule, of course, is right below. You'll click on this Project 2 drawing for vector assignment, And then that's when the assignment information comes in and shows you the due date, the points possible, the rubric, your upload, everything you need to upload is all right there. So that's the way the folder works. So coming back to the assignment, let's jump into Mural together, and we're going to start as a group, develop a list of subjects that we want to use to get started on this assignment. So let me open up Mural. Okay. So I'm gonna actually we can just do it right here on our icebreaker page. Let's just do it here since we're here. Come back over to the icebreaker page. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of come up with some ideas of what we might want to do for our posts. So for example, animals is one that we have done in the past. You can take a post-it note from the left and just underneath the board here, in case you're wondering where we are, we're directly underneath the, are you guys seeing? Yeah, okay, y'all see my screen. So you can take a post-it and put on what you want, what themes you might want to do this project in. Remember, it has to be something that we can simplify. So I'm going to say, think about things that we could do. I'm going to take people off the page because people get to be too complicated for us. We're just starting out. This is a first time. So let's take people off of it. I'm seeing some good ones. I'm seeing insects, awesome, skyline, fruits, vehicles, dancer. I'm going to take people off just because I think that's a little tricky. I don't know. We can have a conversation. We can talk about it. Let's put them all in a row. If you like if you agree with like one of the ones you're seeing here, I'm seeing some blank ones. Campfire, I don't know what that means. That would be kind of tricky, I think. Trees is a good choice, possibly. Kind of complicated. Insects, skyline, complicated. Fruits. I'm going to put them all in a row so that if you like or agree with it, you can, we're going to ultimately be voting on these. Insects, skyline, plants, desert, food like pasta or vegetables. Don't have to vote yet. I'm gonna give us a little thing, a device to vote. There's a voting poll thing I can do on here. So don't have to vote yet. Hang on to your votes. I like that you're starting. I get it. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm gonna take this animals off because we already have an animal. I'm gonna take dancers off because I'm gonna try to avoid people for this particular project. We'll do people in another project. I'm seeing fruit. I thought I saw fruits somewhere else too. Where am I seeing fruits? All right, so fruits, we have fruits twice. I'm gonna just take away one of the fruits. We're gonna do fruits once. I'm gonna bring food over here by fruits. Um, I like the idea of fruits, and I'm gonna add it to be maybe fruits and vegetables. So that I'm going to take some of the icons off. I agree. We're going to vote and I'm going to show you guys how we're going to vote. What are some of the other ones I'm seeing here? Classroom objects. I don't know what you mean by classroom objects. Since we're in a virtual classroom, we don't really have objects. Soda is just going to be a can. We don't want to all do cans. So I'm going to say probably not to the soda. Anything else? No, put my E there. Okay. I don't know what you mean by book. A book is pretty one-dimensional there. Pencil, ruler, scissors. Transportation. Okay. Plane, bicycle, transportation. Okay. You know, a lot of the same things because there's a lot of us, so we have to have something that has a lot of variety. Because remember, there's like 20 of us in this class, so we need to have something that has a lot of variety. We want it to be a single object, not a whole landscape. So I'm going to say no to the landscape for that reason, and no to the desert unless it's like specifically like desert plants and animals. We could do desert plants and animals. Um, Trees are hard. I had a student do a tree, and it is tricky um, to do a tree well because there's a lot of detail. I think I'd rather stay to plants and animals, but we'll leave tree there for now, for the moment. Okay. Um, Coffee and drinks, not enough variety. Clothing, we'll put it up there. I don't know. Clothing seems a little tricky for this. We'll keep it up there. Shoes will fall under clothing. So if you want shoes, that goes with clothing. Fruits and vegetables. I'm going to stick that with the fruits and vegetables. What does this one say? Book. I don't think book is going to be a strong one. Mm, not enough variety. Furniture, yes, that could be hard though. I'll put furniture up here, but I think that's not a real easy one. We got to think of everybody's abilities. Instruments, that's an idea. That's a good idea. There's a lot of instruments. Okay. Okay, the reason I'm putting them all in a row is we're going to do a vote. So hold on a second. And if I put a post-it below it, that just means that would be included. Okay, so the way it's going to work is we're going to do a poll. And where is the poll on here? Let's see. Voting. Here we go. I'm going to start a voting session. Everyone, listen up. You're all going to get one vote. I don't want you to click on anything right now. So if you're clicking on things, stop. Stop clicking. Don't click on anything. I'm going to set up a voting. And what it's going to be choose our adventure, right? And so I'm going to end the voting when we're done. You each get one vote, okay? And it's only going to be, you're going to click on the sticky note that you like. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So the way it works is you click a sticky note that you want. You only get one chance. So don't accidentally click on something you don't want. So you're only going to get one chance. You're going to click on the sticky note you want. Here we go. Ready? Everyone understand? Any questions? Okay, here we go. Begin. Everybody needs to vote. All right, I'm not voting, so I'm going to go ahead and end voting. End session for everybody. Here's what we got. Our top two are insects and fruits and vegetables. All right, woohoo. So we're going to vote again, this time with just those two. So hold on, everybody. Let me get rid of everything else. We're going to make it, I'm going to make a copy, come down here with this. We're going to come down this with this. These are our two. And now we're going to choose these two. And I'm going to do it one more time. We're going to vote. Okay. We're going to delete the other. Wait, I don't want to delete it. I'm going to just say we're going to start again. Hold on. Voting session. There we go. Start voting session. Final choice. And it's going to be selected section. You each get one vote. Here we go. Start. One vote per person. Oh, is it not working? Oh, I need to select. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold on a minute. It's not, hold on. I don't have it selected. I thought I did, and I didn't. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Start. Here we go. Ready, set, begin voting. Click on just insects or just fruit and vegetables. Make your decisions. For those of you who didn't hear, we are voting a second time. This is for our final decision. I see a couple more people have their votes, need to cast their votes. Choose which one. It won't let you choose. Are you in this section of this little section here? Oh, there you go. It looks like it worked. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to end the voting session. Oh, wait, it says there's still people. Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have a tie. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. Is that everybody? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. That's 8 and 8. That's 16. There's more than 16 of us in here. Hold on a minute. There's 17. So, Alex, did it not let you vote? Or Alan,
Sorry
not
about that.
Alex.
It
Sorry,
should have.
Alan.
I clicked on I I
I'm
clicked on
sorry.
insects.
I meant it was Alan, is what I
Oh,
meant to
I'm
say. I'm
sorry.
sorry,
I'm
Alex.
sorry.
That was me. I said Alex. I meant to say Alan. Alan, did it let you? It showed me that you had voted, but were you able to vote?
No, it says it was like locked or something.
Okay, who are you voting? You're our tiebreaker.
Insects.
Insects it is. Insects it is. I can't believe how close our voting was. All right, everybody. Oh, whew, we had a tiebreaker. Thank goodness. So insects is what we're going to be moving forward with. Insects will be op, our animal of choice. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to, we're here in Mural. Let me share my screen again to show you where we're going to go. And we're going to create our workspace now that we know what we're doing. Where's my Zoom window? Here we go. So we are going to stay in Mural. Don't go anywhere. So now I'm going to create a folder, and this is going to be project 2. Okay, simplification. So I've created a folder. So what you see is we were just in this icebreaker room. We're leaving the icebreaker room. We're going to come out here and we're going to click into this folder that's called P2 Simplification. We're going to go ahead in the red button here in the upper left, and we're each going to create a new mural. So you're going to name it your name. So I'm going to make mine Amy P2. And it's in our making sure. Now, here's the key. Make sure you're in the COD classroom. Make sure you're in our class, which is SP25 Graphic Design 1, not in the room that's your name. You get a room, your name, that's a private room. We don't want it. We want you in our classroom. And then you want to be in the P2 simplification folder. So it should look just like this. You guys all see that? I'm going to make a little screen grab of it. And then we're going to create a mural. And when I get here, it's going to say, do I want to add a template? Usually we will, but for this project, we're not. We're going to just have a blank board. So we're going to say, nope, close. And it's just going to open up to a blank, empty whiteboard. And you should have just a big, empty whiteboard that looks just like this. Okay. I'm going to come out and see how many of us have made it. Awesome. I see Yasmin, Michelle, Molly, Alan, Julie. Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of people getting them made.
Mine's not showing up.
Refresh your screen. And you made sure you went in our classroom, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's not.
Let me see if you're in the room, if you're not in the room, but not in the folder. Let's back out a little bit. I'm going to go into graphic design 1. Nope, you're not out here. Alex, I see you have a question.
Yeah, I was just wondering, do you have like a template for this, or we're just kind
Nope,
of
we're not going to use a template. We're just going to
okay?
use a blank white page for this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We usually will use a template, but I think for this first one, it's easier not to. So, okay, now, who was it? Rebecca? Was it Rebecca? Who was? But
Yeah,
no.
it's not
What?
showing.
Show me your screen. Let's share your screen with me for a minute. Let me see
Okay.
what's happening
Okay.
because I don't see it either, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. And I'm going to stop sharing. Share.
Can you see mine?
I'm not seeing it yet. Try one more time. Let me see if it's.
This is correct.
There we go. I think it's coming in.
So this is what I'm. And I don't see it anywhere.
So you made it, is what you're saying. Let's look in Rebecca's room. Let's click in Rebecca's room to see if it went in there. See on the left here
Um,
where the
to
star is.
left.
See where it says Rebecca's room?
Oh, there you go. I see it.
Nope, it's not in there. Okay, so click on rooms right above it.
Rooms. Ah, right there.
Okay. And let's go into on the top this recently opened rooms SP25 Graphic Design 1. Click on that.
Ah, there you go.
Simplification. Click on that.
Okay.
Okay. And did you make one yet or not make one?
No, I couldn't find it. That's why
Oh, okay. Got
yeah.
it. Got it. So then, yeah, just click new mural and you'll be good to go. Yeah. There you go. Awesome. Anyone else having any issues of getting their board made? Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So 15 boards I see. Is anyone else not able to find the room? Are we all aware of the folder we're in, the Project 2 folder? I'm gonna just check in with each of you that I'm missing. Trevon, you can't find it? Why don't you share your screen with me so I can see what's happening on your end? You can go ahead and just share your screen with me and I can walk you through it so you can find it. Okay. So we're gonna hit the little M in the upper left-hand corner, which will get you out of this screen. Perfect. So now we want to we want to zoom out a little bit. We want to click on rooms on the far left here. You see this little on the left, it says rooms. Click on rooms. And at the very top, wait, go back up. There you go, right there. There's our room. Click on that. Now click on simplification. Excellent. Now here's where you're going to click new mural on the upper left where it's a bright red button. There you go. And you're going to name it your name P2. Perfect. Excellent. Anyone else having a problem finding how to navigate around mural? No? Okay, so I'm going to just refresh my screen, see who else who's not here yet. I just want to make sure I don't leave anyone behind. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Vanessa. Vanessa, are you having a problem? Do you want to share your screen? I can walk you through how to get in here.
I mean, I'm there, but I'm just confused. I don't understand.
Yeah, share your screen. I'll walk you through it. It takes just a second. We're just all learning how to navigate mural.
I honestly don't
Totally.
know how to share my screen.
And the bottom of the screen of Zoom here, you're going to see a green button with a little arrow pointing up and it says share. You see that?
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Click on that. Now, if you've never done this, it might be asking you to share, to give a permission. Is it doing that?
Can you see or no?
Nope, not yet. Oh,
Okay.
there it
Now,
comes. Hold on. Here it comes.
okay.
Excellent. So, all right. So now you're in the work. You want to click on that little M in the upper left-hand corner so that you can leave that board. Perfect. And then right above it, you're going to see P2 Simplification. You see that folder
Oh,
right there? Click on that. Now that you're here, you want to scroll over to the left. You can't see it in the view you have because if you want to open your window a little wider. There you go. Now you can click on that red new mural button and name it your name, P2, and then create mural. There you go.
oh, okay.
There's your workspace. And you don't need a template, so just X out of there. There you go. Perfect. You got it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. So everyone is there. Yay, we all are there. What we're going to do, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can show you first steps is we know we're doing insects. So I'm going to grab my board. You guys, make sure you're on your board. And on the left here, you're going to see this is our toolbar on the left. And the first one there in the middle, like underneath the llama, there's like a little mountain and sunshine or trees. Click on that. That's the image search. And so let's start thinking about insects. Okay. All kinds of insects are coming up. I mean, we might not know what insects we want to do yet, but go ahead and start like thinking about it. So, think about what the insect is that you might want to explore. And so click on any one of these and you can so I'm going to grab this guy. I don't know what this is exactly. Doesn't tell me, does it? I have to do an insect. I can also go through Unsplash with my same subject insect. Ooh, you know what would be cool is a dragonfly. There's a dragonfly. So maybe I want to do flying insects. Maybe that's my theme. I'm going to do these two guys. And you want to have a pretty, like I liked this illustration, this image here, because it's really clear and crisp. Whereas this one over here, this dragonfly, kind of blurry. It's not really a great image. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I need something really crystal clear that I can see so I can ultimately trace it. So this one's a little better. Not as clear as I'd like, but not terrible. And so I want to start kind of just like, let's say I've decided I'm going to do like these flying insects. So yeah, I'm going to just keep looking and see. And then maybe I'll just kind of adjust my search here to flying insects. So and then that's going to give me some new things to look at. Maybe good, maybe bad. I don't know. Now, these are tools right here inside of Mural. And then that's kind of, oh, look at this one. This one's like flying right at us. So that's kind of a different perspective. So you want to have your insects, you're going to do two. So you want to have different perspectives. So you want to have them, as you saw in all of the examples I gave you, that you want to have different perspectives. So you want to start like kind of collecting and don't just go with the first ones you see, like really do some research, spend some time looking at images. And again, making sure that you can see what's going on. Like this one's kind of blurry. It's not really giving me a lot of good information. So I'm not going to use that. If you know exactly what you want, like let's say you're like, I want to do a grasshopper. Then go ahead and do just grasshoppers. Like you can look at doing two different views of the same critter. Like let's say I want to do just grasshoppers. I'm kind of thinking about or if you're like, I don't know anything about insects, maybe you don't want to start here in Mural. You're okay to go over here to Google and say like coolest insects. Like what are they? Most interesting insects. Ooh, what's an orchid mantis? All right, well let's look up a orchid mantis. Oh my God, it looks like an orchid. So crazy. So I mean, get creative here. Don't have to, you can come over here to Google and kind of figure out what insect you want to do first, especially for those of us who maybe didn't, we were like a class divided. I know half of us did not choose insects. So those of us who might be like, I don't know about insects, this wasn't my choice. Maybe come over to Google first and kind of think about like what kind of insects, like butterflies are insects, maybe or maybe beetles are your thing. Or there's the sticked insect. Like that is like a really fun one. Look at this guy. Looks like just like a stick. Look how crazy that is. And look how big they are. These guys are huge. Look at them compared to the hand. Huge. So I mean, like have fun with it. Like really kind of explore. Oh my gosh, look at this gold beetle. It's crazy. So yeah, kind of excited about this subject, you guys. Look at this guy. A cuckoo wasp. So I mean, yeah. Nope, we lost Trevon. He's coming back. Okay. So lots of things to look for. Spend some time figuring out what insect family you want to work within. Um, the idea is to start with our images. Again, making sure those images are really clean, clear, easy to trace because we're going to be tracing the images that we want. We're going to print them out and trace them and base our drawings off of them. So they have to be really clear and easy to see. So don't look at if it's too blurry or it's too hard to see what's going on, then that doesn't work. That image won't work. All right. So I'm gonna